everyone, and welcome to the final race at the Red Bull Ring. We've just had race number 2, and I hope that's got you all excited for the third and final race here. Now, before we jump into the race and some of the little features we've got, let's have a look at the race results of race 2. Just give us another reminder of what happened, and we'll just go through some of the drivers again. So Bambi won the race by nearly 10 seconds, all out on his own, as you can see. Sig, again, on his own as well, stayed out of trouble, managed to get second place. Then we get into the people who didn't, which was Philo, Pasm and Ziggin, with Ziggin having a fair few incidents at the last turn on the Red Bull Ring. That meant Philo and Pasm moving up and down, a few other drivers getting involved as well, so they finished in 3rd, 4th and 6th respectively. Mr. Racing Line finishing in 5th, stayed out of trouble, has kept the consistency there, so 5th means he gets another load of points. JF Rod 52 having an accident near the end of the race, spinning his Subaru Impreza, as did Roma. He spun his Lexus coming out of that second turn Remus in a battle. Then I have Dutchy and Nail, who had a battle themselves. We saw that action in the highlights with Dutchy and Nail battling at Remus as well. It's quite a corner to overtake. A lot of people go for moves there. F1 drivers do it the same in real life, so you know. Opportunity there, you might as well go for it. Then I have Napalm, who stayed fairly out of trouble. And then Oz and Patrick, who did in fact have a bit of a battle themselves. And then finally Gravitron, who unfortunately has had a bit of a nightmare race and actually been lapped. So that's your race results. Now, as I said, this is the 3rd race, which means of the 3 cars that's the drivers have the choice of. They can't use the first 2 they've used, they've got to use the last one. And as you might remember, or you might not, most drivers have used the Subaru and the Lexus. So it's going to be quite an RX-7 heavy race, and with that in mind, let's have a look at the RX-7 car profile. So let's have a look at this final car then. Similar to the others, we've got some stipulations that we have to abide by, and first of all I'm going to go straight down to the power, which you can see has been heavily limited to 410 brake horsepower. Now the performance points is stated in the rules that it should be up to 543 pp, but mine is only 542, even though I'm within the rules. So let's have a look at the weight, and like the others, we need 1,152 kilograms, and to make that we have to add 52 kilograms of ballast. Going up, we can see the racing exhaust, which is stock, which is mentioned, and also the turbo kit is normal, as per the other 3 cars, or other 2 cars, sorry. We have the fully customized differential, a customizable transmission, and the suspension, along with the brake balance as usual. That's been the RX-7 GT300 base model. You've now seen all 3 cars and the legislation. Before we get into the race, let's have a look at the previous race winner, GTP Bambi. So GTP Bambi, age 19, and is a pad player, so using a dual-shock controller. Doesn't have a particular favourite car, but quite likes the McLaren 650S GT3. And the favourite colour to race in is the fawn colour, which is a metallic beige, as you can see, and loves the bright orange wheels, and you can see them definitely as well. A couple of favourite moments, toss up between 2, and that's the 2015 GTP 24 Hours of Le Mans with Pasm, finishing 2nd in that, and also winning the 2016 GTP 24 Hours of Daytona with the WRS North America team. That is your race 2 winner, GTP Bambi. Hello everyone, and welcome to the last race now. 3rd race. Most people are in RX-7s, as we've seen, because the Lexus Subaru swapping was happening in the previous 2 races. We're going to have again a 6-minute qualifier, and then we'll jump straight into the last 20-minute race. We've had 2 epic races so far. We've had a ton of action. The last one where there was accidents on the last corner, positions fighting everywhere, people having to come back through the field. First race saw epic battles, especially for the 3rd place between JF Rod, Bambi. This last race could be absolutely insane. Now, both times in qualifying, we've seen Bambi come back in the last lap and actually get that position from JF Rod. We've seen Pasm take both poles so far, but in the second race we saw that mistake he made, so that pole didn't count for a lot. But again, I think what we'll do is we'll start with Pasm, and if we can find Pasm on the boards, and here we go. So, what we'll do first, before we do anything, we'll have a look at all the cars. So we'll start off with Bambi, who is in an RX-7. Jump to the next one. Here's TNR Philo, who is again in the RX-7. We then have Pasm in the RX-7. Now this is a different sounding engine, so we got Mad Max in a Subaru Impreza. And Napalm in an Impreza. We then have GTP Oz in an RX-7. This sounds very different. We've got JF Rod in the Lexus. Roma in the RX-7. Oh, in fact, let's jump down. We've got Racing Line in the RX-7. I'm trying not to miss anybody as everyone changes. We've got Patrick in the RX-7. Sig in the Lexus. We have Dutchy in a very pink Impreza. We then have Gravitron in an RX-7. Nail in an Impreza, and Ziggin in an RX-7. So we have a lot of RX-7s. This is going to be quite focused on how to set up the cars prior to the race, and you know, is it aggressive setup so you lose more tyres and then struggle towards the end of the race? Is it less aggressive so you've got more tyre grip towards the end of the race? Could be very interesting in this race. Let's hope we don't have as many mistakes of people crashing. We have lots of competitive action going on with everyone in the same car. It should be very close. Now we're coming up to the end of the first lap, and we'll jump to our pole sitter from the previous two times, Pasm, and we'll see what the lap. We can't see any lines with him. Can I look behind on Pasm? Oh, I can indeed. No lines in sight, so I'm going to assume Pasm's going to get this. A 1:30.1. I think that's the fastest first lap we've seen so far in all three races. So Pasm's definitely on the ball. Ziggin jumped straight up to third place there. Philo's in second. We'll jump to the live timing screen. So we can see Philo got the best last sector, but Pasm got the first two sectors to his name as purple. In fact, Pasm is nearly a second ahead of everybody else. That's insane. So Pasm with a crazy opening first lap. The only downside was his last sector, which shows that a 1:29 is definitely possible in this car at the moment. Let's jump back to Pasm. Actually, let's go to Philo. Philo's in second place. Let's see if Philo is doing any better on the live timing. Actually, does this time change? I've not looked at this live timing as it's live for quite a while. Does that time change when we get to the end of sector 2 to give us a good idea of what's happening? 39.0 for Pasm. That's a better again, and 39.2. for Philo. This could be a close end to the lap. Philo could be on for this. Look, you can definitely tell Pasm gained there. They were on top of each other going into that hard turn 3, but Pasm's gained a little bit. The two attempts. Oh, Philo's having a bit of an off. Oh, he spun in qualifying. He's got one more lap to do this. One more lap. It's been a bit cheeky here. And the fact that I'm catching him doing this is a bit cheeky, but you can't see other cars, so I assume this is legal. Of course, any marshals will look at this afterwards. He's only got one more lap, so he's trying to make the most of this. So, in fact, you know what? Let's look at somebody else now. Let's look at Gravitron. We've not looked at Gravitron that much during this whole of the two races. So let's have a look at Gravitron on this final lap. Let's go to some camera action shots. So he's about to cross the start-finish line and start his final lap of qualifying. His best lap is a 1:43.7, so he's doing much better than the second qualifying, where he couldn't manage anything below a 2:10. So he obviously likes his RX-7 a little bit more than his last car, which unfortunately I can't remember what it was. But again, remember, everyone has switched cars multiple times. 3 cars in this championship. You've got the Subaru Impreza, the Lexus, and the RX-7, and you have to use each car in one of the 3 races. So this is Gravitron's final race, so he hasn't used the RX-7 before, he's using it now. Oh, he's got a bit wide there. He carries on. Let's see if he can make an improvement. We'll go to the live timing. Pasm is about to finish his last lap. So a 1:30.1 is his fastest. Ziggin is very close behind on a 1:30.2. Is Pasm going to increase his time? Is he going to increase it? That's what he's after. As we watch this, as he crosses the line, 1:29.8. Pasm at the moment has pole position. What's Ziggin going to do? 1:30.1 doesn't do it. Pasm has got pole at the moment. We'll have to watch what Philo is on an absolute flying lap. Fastest first sector. As we look for his sector 2, there's a lot of movement changing. Bambi is really high in third place at the moment. Roma has jumped JF Rod. Roma is in the highest position he has done so far. Philo 39.2, 20.9. This is a very close lap time to Pasm. We're going to go to Philo. Let's watch Gravitron come across the line. He's about to improve again. A 1:34.5. I'm sure he's very happy with that, but we now have to jump to Philo. Where's Philo on this list? 7th. Oh, he's about to cross the line. Oh, I think Philo might do this. 1:29.7. He's done it. Philo has done it on the last lap. Philo's got a 1:29.747 and got pole by 0.06 of a second. That was so close. As I say, he span on his lap before, set himself up. He stood there for a while, got his mind into the game, and did it. A 1:29.7. What a lap from Philo. We then have Pasm in second place, 1:29. 2 1:29s. We then have Ziggin in third place, 1:30.1. We then have Bambi in fourth place, a 1:30.5. With Roma so close to taking Bambi there with another 1:30.5. Then have JF Rod, then Mad Max. Again, 3 thousandths of a second was the gap between those two. And I now can't see them. Gran Turismo is now loading for the race, so we'll have a look at the final positions further down in just a second. 2 1:29s. This could make for an absolute storming last race. The fact that both of those guys are in the 1:29s in qualifying. Remember, they only have 3 laps in qualifying. They've only just got into these cars. And the fact that that quick already should mean a really fast race. You never know, we could make 15 laps. Just depends on the time. So we're just waiting for Gran Turismo to load now. As the tension builds for this final race. It's looking so good, this race. I mean, if we go by the past 2 races, it's been amazing. So if we can have an absolute epic final race, what an opening to the championship we've had. Just loading at the moment. And we're just loading in now, which is good. A couple of good luck Kavlins there. So, Philo in first place, followed by Pasm on row 1. They then have Ziggin and Bambi on row 2. Roma and JF Rod, row 3. The first of the non-RX-7s. Then have Mad Max and Mr. Racing Line, row 4. Followed by Zig and Dutchy in row 5. Then have Oz and Napalm, row 6. Patrick Neal, row 7, and Gravitron rounding out all the grid in row 8 in 15th place. Lots of RX-7s. It's now going to be based on setups. We now have to sprint towards the front, and rather than going to the TV camera this time, we're going to watch it from Ziggin's perspective. And it's go, go, go. They're going now, and they'll get a good start. Looks like Ziggin actually had a slightly better start than Pasm. Oh, Pasm's having to defend a little. Ziggin's going a bit all over the place there. Oh, Philo's made a mistake. Oh, there's been a bit of a crash. Ziggin takes the lead. Let's get the display up there. So Philo made a big mistake there. Bambi's coming through again. Bambi staying out of trouble, taking 2 positions, goes up to second place from 4th position. Philo made a mistake on the outside. Philo's going for the inside now as well, coming up to Remerse. Bambi's going to have a bit of a better exit, I imagine, and should keep the momentum there. And he does it. So close, coming up to the 3rd corner. Again, I've mentioned this several times. This is the most complex corner. I believe it is on this track. And Philo stays on the inside. Bambi stays on the outside. Side by side. A little bit of a touch there. Philo's got this now. Philo's got the momentum. He's got the inside. Philo takes position from Bambi. Let's jump to Bambi now. Is Bambi going to make a move? No, he doesn't. He stays behind. Epic start to the race. And it looks like Philo's now going to go on the hunt for Ziggin, unless Bambi can stay on the back of him. Very nice corner taken there by Bambi. In fact, we might stay with this just to see if Ziggin can take the last corner this time and not make a mistake. So we'll stay on back. Oh, well, Pasm's just appearing on the screen, so he's right behind Bambi at the moment. Bambi's run very wide. This means Pasm's going to come on the inside, I imagine. Doesn't quite do it. Ziggin has made the last corner work this time, very cautiously as well. as we jump to Pasm. Look at this. Bambi's got a bit of a run on Philo, and Pasm's got a run on both of these two. They stay in position for now. Oh, this is looking so good. Oh, bit of a mistake there from Pasm. Lost a bit of momentum as we jump a bit further down. Roma there. Max a bit further behind. We've got 5 RX-7s in first to 5th place. Just looking ahead. Doesn't look like Philo's making a move. No, he's staying behind. Oh, sorry, Bambi making a move on Philo. Oh, we've got Sig making a move on Mad Max. We just caught the end of that. Oh, Mad Max has hit him. Spanned Sig round. That's a shame. Did Sig touch Oz then? I believe he did. They're going again. Max is going. And so is Sig. And Gravitron up to his highest place today so far in all 3 races. 10th position. Dutchy's right at the back. So Dutchy's had a bit of a nightmare start to the race. As we'll jump further back and have a look at... they're separated by quite a lot. Let's jump to the front. There's some movement going on. Gravitron's up to 9th, which means Patrick's made a mistake. Come on, load screen, load screen. So yeah, oh, Gravitron's made a little mistake there. Sig's on his way back up. Stay with Sig for now. Comes into the next corner. Gravitron's defending really hard here, which is making Sig be all over the back of him. He's defending well as Gravitron. In his highest place today, in 9th position. We're going to stay with this battle for now. I'm just looking at the arrows further up the field. There's some very close action happening for 2nd place, which I will jump to in 1 second. And it's Sig. Sig's got a bit of momentum here, so I'm just going to stay here for now. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for the inside on the first corner. This will be a brave move if he does. He's quite far back. Doesn't do it. Stays there for now. Gravitron's run a bit wide. Gravitron's a bit sideways. Oh, I think there was slight contact, but Sig is now on the inside. He's got a bit more speed than Gravitron, so coming up to this 2nd corner, he should have it. We'll have to wait and see. The arrows are getting around that corner fine at the top. Sig's definitely got it now. It's a break, and Sig takes 9th position. So let's jump towards the front of the field a second. Pasm is up to 2nd. What's happened here? Philo is down to 3rd, Bambi's down to 4th, so Pasm's overtaken 2 drivers there on that lap. Now, Philo and Pasm were the fastest 2 in qualifying. That's very interesting. Something must have happened in the lap that we missed. They were very close together, as I say. I was looking at the arrows, and they were close. Oh, Bambi running a little bit wide there. Bambi will just want to stay on the back of this group. Then he's had some really good races and some really solid results. But Ziggin out in the lead at the moment with a bit of a gap to Pasm. We'll have a look at the gap when they cross the line. And Bambi is really trying to keep... Oh! Slight mistake by Bambi. Kept it on the track though, which is good. And we'll jump to the live timing now to get a picture of what is happening. So, Ziggin, 130.0 is his fastest lap, last lap, and best lap. And he's pulling away from Pasm, 1.2 second gap. It's a shame he didn't do that in qualifying, the 130.0. He was a 130.1 was his final lap. Philo is 0.6 seconds behind Pasm. It's actually gone up now in the first sector, as Pasm has just done the fastest first sector. We then have Bambi, followed by Roma, racing line. There's no initial close gaps other than the battle we're currently on at the moment. So everyone's spread out quite a bit more than the last 2 races. Oh, JF Rod's just over to... JF Rod's is quite far back actually. Let's go to JF Rod. What's happening with JF Rod, the Spanish competitor? Oh, he's off the track. He's made a mistake somewhere. Made a big mistake somewhere. And he's now at the back of the field. He's got a lot of work to do there in the Lexus. Lots of work to do. It's unfortunate that we missed that. I just noticed the position change, so I just jumped to it. Let's jump back to the front as we have Philo and Pasm. We'll jump to the TV camera, see if we can get a glimpse of any mistakes. You can just see it a bit further out when you zoomed out. But they are chasing Ziggin. Oh, Philo made a little mistake there. Rear end came out of the car. Same with Bambi, so the car's quite tail happy in this RX-7. So we'll stay on Philo for now. As you can see, the gaps have all opened up on the map. So we've got Bambi there, then we've got Roma behind him, followed by Racing Line. You can see the nationalities on the side. Philo isn't actually from the UK. According to the data I have, he's actually from the Philippines. So we've got a wide variety of drivers from a wide variety of places in the world. So we've got Dutch, American, Danish. I think that's the Argentinian flag there by Roma. Mad Max, Finland, British. And of course the Philippines, as I've just mentioned. So wide variety of drivers, wide variety of locations. And you know, the connection's proving to be holding up so far, which is all good. It's been a very good few races so far. A little bit spread out now. We've got some action happening further back. I believe that's around 9th position. Let's jump to 9th position. And we've got Mad Max and Sig now. They had a bit of an incident earlier on. Let's jump on board Mad Max. Now these are, oh, they're catching Nail as well, so we've got a three-way battle potentially happening for 8th position. We've got Dutchy and Gravitron having a bit of a fight somewhere on the track as well. I think JF Rod has caught up to Gravitron as well and is about to overtake. Let's jump to that, see if we can quickly. JF Rod. Come on, load. Oh, we just missed that. Gravitron's run a little bit wide, caught that there. And JF Rod is now up to 14th place. Quite a bit of work to do to catch up to everybody else in the field. Let's jump up a bit further again because we had Mad Max with Sig. Oh, Sig's made a mistake. I think Sig has actually ran a bit tail happy, I believe. But now we're going to have Mad Max and Nail. So these two are not RX-7s, which is surprising. Two Impretas, so similar cars. And Mad Max has caught up quite a lot there. Mad Max, a Division 1 driver again. So he's a very quick driver. He's proven himself in the GT Planet WRS registry. As we come up to Remus, turn 2. Is he going to make a dive bomb down the inside? No, it doesn't. Nail brakes later than Mad Max. Mad Max not as confident on the brakes. Still very close though. And has he got a bit more momentum? No, he hasn't. It's like we're saying in the slipstream, so he doesn't want to try and make a move here at this corner, it looks like. Unless he just doesn't want the extra speed, which is quite surprising. He's going to go for a dive bomb down the inside. No, it doesn't. Again, Nail later on the brakes, but runs a bit wider. Mad Max sliding a little bit. They're going to be side by side now as they come up. They go around this slight right to the two left-handers. These are very quick left-handers, remember. Oh! Ooh, slight touching. Still slight touching. A bit of bang in there. Got to be very careful, guys. Be very careful. As Nail is defending now for this position. It's for 8th position, this. Nail's highest position, I think, so far. I've seen him in. So he'll be defending this very hard. As Mad Max is going to the inside. It's not really a place to overtake this corner. It's a fast right-hander. It could put a bit of pressure on Nail to make him go wide. It does indeed. Makes him go a little bit wide. As Nail then defends. Mad Max goes for a nice run out the corner. Is he going to do it? He's got a bit of a run. Is he going to jump to the inside? He does. I think he's hit him a little bit though, so he's going to have to brake later than Nail. And Nail's broke twice later than Mad Max. Oh, Max lets off. Just wants to stay behind him for now. It looks like, oh, Nail's run a bit wide. Now he's going to have momentum. Coming up to Remus. Can he stay on the inside? And can he brake later than Nail? Last time Nail broke later and maintained the position. What's going to happen now? They broke at the same time this time. Max gets round and takes position. We've got Sig catching up to Nail now. Let's jump to the front briefly. It does look like Pasm is catching Ziggin. Let's have a look. 0.8, he's definitely catching a 129.666. Wow, two 129.6s is on there, so he's definitely catching. Pasm is the faster driver so far. Let's jump back down to Sig. Sig was catching Nail there. Oh, Nail runs a little bit wide, just a little bit late into the corner. It's actually helped him, actually. And Nail continues. Sig is very close now. But we're going to have a battle for first place shortly. We've also got a battle behind here with Patrick and Napalm opening up. We've got Sig going on the inside. Now, I said this last lap, this isn't a place to overtake. It's not really a good corner, but again, it could put pressure on Nail to stay wide. It does. Sig takes a position. What a move by Sig. Makes it into 9th position. Now, we're going to jump to the lead battle because something very big is happening at the front. You can see Ziggin. Well, you can see the name of Ziggin. We can't see the car yet. And there we are. This battle is now hotting up like crazy. Let's have a look at the times. Pasm 129.5. What a lap. Ziggin's putting laps in for his life as well at 129.6. Can't get away. Bambi's done a 129.9 as well, so he's catching Philo. Could have a couple of battles going on here. We've got 8 minutes and 40 seconds of the race to go. So 14 laps we've had in both races. Are we going to get a 15th? Who knows? Let's have a look who's at the back of the grid. It's Gravitron again. He's not having the greatest races again. It's unfortunate for Gravitron. Oh, Ziggen's made a mistake. Ziggen's gone wide. He's going to put past him in a prime position now. Easily a prime position. Is he going to get round him on the outside? It's going to be very close. It's on the left-hand side. Ziggen's on the right-hand side. Ziggen's got the inside, so he should keep this position. Unless Pasm just goes all out on the outside. We'll see. Ziggen's keeps the position. Pasm's going on the inside. No, decides against it. Wise decision. I'd have been careful with Ziggen on that last corner following the last race, but he did well there. Looks like Bambi just had a little bit of a oversteer on the last corner. But we've got a close battle now for this first place. Ziggen makes that corner fine. You can tell the rear is very unhappy on his car, so Pasm can just wait for a mistake, I feel, and actually overtake him that way. Ziggen definitely having to put up with a bit of pressure here now from Pasm, though. It's going to be very close. Is he going to go for a dive bomb? No, he doesn't go for a dive bomb down at Remus. Oh, very close now. That's very, very close. Nothing between them. I'm just trying to keep an eye on other gaps in the field as well. Got nothing as close as this. 2 tenths is separating these two for the lead. 9 laps into it. And we're still going for first place. Oh, he's very close. Ooh, Pasm out, broke himself a little there. Nearly went into the back of Ziggen. As they come around to these 2 left-handers. These are very quick. This is where Ziggen made a mistake last time. He's going to make the same mistake. Running a little bit wide again. Pasm taking a tighter line. Has caught up a bit of time there. Again, using all the track again. This time doesn't make as much of a mistake as he did last time. And he's through. Pushing up with the pressure so far is Ziggen. But he's got a few more laps to go. 6 minutes and 40 seconds of racing to go at least. And he's got to keep Pasm behind him. Oh, runs a bit wide. Oh, he's going to be closer. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Don't panic. He's fine. So it carries on. Now, Gravitron, the back marker, could come into play here. He's on the next straight. Could he come into play and cause Ziggen to make a mistake? Cause this lead to change in that fashion? They are so, so close, these RX-7s. They sound amazing as well with those unique engines they've got. So we come up to Remus again. Is Pasm going to make an overtake there? It's a bit too far behind, I feel. A bit too far behind. He is too far behind. He cut up a load of gap last time. It does it again. Ziggen is not confident on the throttle coming out that corner. Oh, Pasm's much closer than last lap. Is he going to come down into turn 3? Is he going to go for a dive bomb on the inside? Not the best place, but he could go for some form of cutback. He stays on the left-hand side a bit more. Ziggen stays there as well. Brake about the same point, so no closing there. Oh, Ziggen very close to the grass there. He's on the ragged edge here. I feel it's only a matter of time before Pasm gets in. There's the back marker, Gravitron. Now, is he going to affect this race in any way? This could be very interesting. I'm going to stay on Pasm for a little bit longer. As they come out the corner, being much cleaner now there through Ziggen. Like 2 laps ago, wasn't clean. It's how Pasm caught up so much of a gap. It's been much cleaner. He's come in now to this right-hander. Still fine. So close behind. That bump could throw you off. They've got to be careful about that sleeper on the inside. If that knocks the car weight a bit wrong, could get too much oversteer. Got to be careful. So we go on to lap 11 now. Lap 11 of, I believe, what will be 14 laps again. And Gravitron right in front. Probably helping Ziggen a little bit with the slipstream. But Gravitron has slowed up a little bit. Is he going to let him by? Ziggen's trying to get all the slipstream he can. That's going to be very close. Oh, this is going to be too close. Is Gravitron going to just pull out the way? He does pull out the way. Well played, Gravitron. But Ziggen has to go defensive anyway. Oh, I think Pasm's got a bit of momentum here. Ziggen's going to have to stay on the inside and Pasm's going to have to stay on the outside. This is going to be very close coming to this turn 3. Could try some form of cutback. The one I mentioned a couple of laps ago. Oh, he goes for the inside. Quick dive bomb. Doesn't quite work. Oh, Pasm gets a bit of oversteer. So does Ziggen. So it then equals out. I know we've not focused on many more of the people, but there's gaps throughout the field, and this is the closest we've got, and it's for the lead, so, you know, it all matters here at the front at the moment. I'm surprised Philo and Bambi aren't catching up with this battling. It's very surprising. We'll have a look at the gap in a second. There's a bit of a gap now, so let's have a look. We've got 2 tenths still separating these two, and throughout the field, the lowest gap after that is 1.5 seconds. So we're going to stay with this battle for the lead, Pasm and Ziggen. Let's come through the last corner. Still equals out. Ziggen's got a couple more laps to hold on. Can he do it? Can he keep this position? Can he keep first place? He had a terrible race too with those mistakes in the last corner. Doesn't seem to be affecting him now. 2 laps to go. Ooh, runs a bit wide down the first corner. Bit of commentator's curse. It's not what he wants. Pasm, is he going to make a move coming down into Remus? Bit too far back, but he does seem to gain a lot of distance here, does Pasm. He seems to have this corner mastered. Oh, he broke much later then. I was watching the brake lights, broke much later. Bit too much oversteer for Pasms, means Ziggen's got a bit extra speed coming out. Is he going to go for another dive bomb? That dive bomb last time was very unexpected. I wasn't expecting him to do it. Does he go for it? No, he doesn't. Just brakes normal distance. Oh, Ziggen's run a bit wide. Oh, here we go. It's happening now. Ooh, Pasm had to let off there because Ziggen went a bit sideways. Let's have a look at the tyres. So we've got 8s on the front, 9s on the rear. Same for Pasm. Fuel is exactly the same, so it's purely down to driver at the moment. God, this is so close. So close. And I think Philo is actually catching now. Let's jump back to Philo. A little bit further back, but I do believe he is catching. We've got Bambi in 4th, Roma in 5th, and a bit of a gap to 6th place, Mr. Racing Line. We then have 7th place GTP Oz having a fantastic race. And then 8th is Mad Max. And then I can't see the rest of the field, so let's jump to this. We then have 9th as Sig. You have 10th, Nail. 11th, GTP Patrick. 12th, GTP Dutchy. JF Rod 52 is in 13th. And I believe he's actually about to make a move on somebody. I'm just going to jump away from this battle. Yes, I can jump away. I believe he's got Dutchy with him somewhere. Has he? No. It's the battle further up. Sorry, it's Dutchy and Patrick. And Nail as well. Oh, we've got a close battle here now, so we've got to keep an eye on both the leaders at the front and also this battle, so I'll stay on this camera for now. At front, it looks like Ziggen's still got the lead with Pasm, and Philo's definitely joining in the battle now. Oh, Dutchy's gone on the inside and hits Patrick! Patrick's gone round span! That was a bit of a pit manoeuvre, that. Dutchy pulls over to, I believe, he's going to let Patrick through. JF Rod then takes 2 positions. Nothing to do with JF Rod, so it's all fair game, but Dutchy's waiting for him. Napalm's going to come through as well. But again, Dutchy's waiting for Patrick. Good sportsmanship there. He knew he'd made a mistake there. He went in way too deep. And that position's now gone. So let's go back to the front battle for that first place. 3 cars now. All on the podium. And we've got probably... This is the last lap coming up. This is the last lap coming up. So Pasm has to make his move. And he's very, very close. Pasm is very, very close. He's going to go for a dive bomb down the inside at Castrol's edge. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Ziggen goes to defensive. Brakes. But Pasm's going to have a bit better line coming through. Oh, this is so close. This is the final lap as well. So Pasm's got to make it work down here. Is he going to go for a dive bomb down the inside at Remus? It's so close. Slipstream. Oh, he's on the outside now. Ziggen has to go on that defensive line. Oh, this is so close. You can't get anything between them. Oh, that's a bit cheeky by Ziggen. Oh, Pasm's got a bit of extra momentum coming out the corner. Pasm's going for it. Ziggen's on the inside. Pasm's on the outside. Pasm has to get all the way past to then go defensive really fast going into this right-hander. He's just passed. Is he going to do it? He defends. This is so close. We're going to jump to Ziggen. Oh, Philo goes on the inside. I've missed that. Philo did. We just saw it. So Philo's now going to try and go for the lead. Oh, what a last lap this is going to be. Philo. Pasm has to go really defensive. Philo is going... Oh, Philo's on the inside. He's going to do it. No, he doesn't. Pasm has to defend for 3 more corners. Can he do it? Is Ziggen going to come back on Philo? This will be interesting. Both TNR guys, so they're pretty good friends, teammates. Pasm's still got the lead. Is he going to do it? Oh, Ziggen's going for down the inside. Doesn't go for it. Has a big mistake, so it's not going to involve Ziggen. Philo's going for the inside. Doesn't quite do it. As we come to the cross the line, Pasm's going to get this, I think, from Philo. It's going to be so close. Pasm does get it from Philo. Ziggen comes in 3rd place. In 4th, Bambi. In 5th, Roma. What a last lap that was. What a last lap. So Roma comes in 5th place. We then have Mr. Racing Line in his red RX-7 coming home in 6th place. In 7th is GTPLs. In front of him is Gravitron, who will finish a lap down. We then have Mad Max in 8th. Then have Sig in 9th. They had a bit of a coming together earlier on in the race, did Sig and Mad Max. In 10th place we have Nail. I think that's the highest I've seen him position wise. So fair play, Nail, you've done a good job there. Then we have JF Rod. Terrible race for JF Rod, 52 in 11th place. In 12th we have Napalm. And then in 13th we've got a close finish between Patrick and Dutchy. Dutchy gets it on the line! Wow, what a finish that was for Dutchy. Patrick comes home in 14th. And Gravitron, as mentioned earlier, finishes the lap down in 15th position. What a final race that was. Pasm, Philo and Ziggin. Last lap, bonsai moves from all three drivers. Ziggin goes from 1st to 3rd. Pasm manages to just keep Philo behind. And Philo's move on that 3rd corner. Absolutely stunning. What a race. What a race. You couldn't have asked for a better final race there at the end. Oh, breathe. We'll just wait for Gran Turismo to load up to give us the final results, especially to see if Dutchy did get Patrick on the line. Obviously you got issues with lag and stuff, so people can change but actually change back, so we'll just double check that. But my word, what a final lap. You cannot beat that final lap at all. So we'll just wait for it to load. You can see people already starting to speak, type, do everything in the lobby. So there we get a good race, good win from Ziggin there to Pasm. Same for Roma. Roma's congratulating. And then we get Pasm. I think my head just exploded. That's probably the best way to put it actually, that last lap. Absolutely crazy. So let's have a look at the final results. So 14 laps again. That's how many we had. So we had 14 laps each race. Pasm wins by 7/100ths of a second to Philo. In 3rd place, Ziggin finishing half second behind. Made a little mistake coming into 2nd to last corner, trying to get that position and speed. Unlucky, but Ziggin had a cracking race as well. At least he didn't make mistakes in the last corner. We then have Bambi in 4th place, 3 seconds behind those. He's had a cracking 3 races as Bambi. Did excellent qualifying, excellent racing, won race 2. Then have Roma in 5th place, 12.5 seconds behind behind the leader. Sorry, Mr. Racing Line. 18.8 seconds behind the leader. Then have GTP Oz in an excellent coloured RX7, 24.7 seconds behind the leader. Then we have Mad Max. And then Sig in 9th place in the Lexus. Then have Nail in 10th place in the Subaru Impreza, 40.5 seconds behind. JF Rod, 52. Not sure what happened in that last race with JF Rod in the Lexus, finishing in 11th. We had Napalm in 12th, 50.2 seconds behind. Then Dutchy in the fluorescent pink Subaru Impreza in 13th. That big mistake with Patrick there, but gentlemanly sportsmanship there, waiting for Patrick. A couple of guys got through there, but waiting for Patrick, and then must have had a cracking battle on the line, so we know Dutchy beats Patrick in the end. And then we have Gravitron finishing in 15th place, 1 lap down. That's the final race of the 3 races on the GT300 Triple Mix Championship. We've got 2 more rounds to come. We've got 2 races at the next round and then 1 long endurance race at the final round. So I hope you join us for them, and I hope you've enjoyed all the racing, and we'll see you next time.